From a super jumbo to a dreamliner and spaceflight, I'm taking a bold leap into the future to see the shape of things to come. Something radical is about to emerge in the world of aviation. And it's big. It's very big. This plane could change the way we fly. This monster claims it can solve the problem of our overcrowded skies.
Airbus have decided to out-jumbo Boeing. They've built the biggest passenger aircraft in the world, and they claim it will get from A to B cheaper per passenger mile than any other aeroplane in the sky. Welcome to the Airbus A380.
This plane is extraordinary. It's massive. It's the world's first ever full-length, double-decker passenger jet.
This is the main deck, and you can get 300 people on this deck alone. It's 14 inches wider than a Boeing 747, so you have a bit more elbow room, or room to do this kind of thing. Well, the top deck of a Boeing 747 stops somewhere back there, but on the Airbus, it continues the full length of the aeroplane, 250 people. It's 2 aisles wide. Lots of room.
And they've got big ideas on how to use all that room.
Well, the Airbus is actually 50% bigger than the Boeing 747 in terms of floor space, but they're only planning to put 35% more passengers on it, which means there's more room for all kinds of things like this, and the gym, and the swimming pool, the jacuzzi, the sauna.
And the beds, first class, of course.
This is a whale of an aeroplane.
In 2003, Airbus overtook their rivals Boeing as the world's leading aircraft manufacturer. With the A380 added to their existing range, Airbus could start really hurting the boys in Seattle. Which is tough, because it was Boeing who first came up with the idea of a monster plane. Over the last 40 years, the Jumbo has flown more passengers than just about any other aircraft. And its success helped Boeing dominate the market for decades. Now, they're on the back foot. What is the giant from Seattle going to do about the threat from Airbus? Out-jumbo the Super Jumbo?
It costs billions to develop an airliner, so you've got to get it right first time, which means building an aircraft that the airlines want to buy. Every airliner will fly thousands of journeys in its lifetime, and every efficiency saving that you can build in at the design stage is going to make a massive impact on the bottom line.
Boeing think Airbus have got it wrong. The airlines don't want a super jumbo. What they really want is this. An airplane half that size that can nip in and out of small airports and fly transcontinental distances using 20% less fuel than any of its competitors. And at today's fuel prices, that's money in the bank for the airlines. To drive the efficiency point home, Boeing have incorporated it into the plane's name, the 7E7 Dreamliner. But Airbus are banking on a different kind of efficiency. They reckon the Super Jumbo, the A380, will give them the lowest cost per passenger mile by taking 550 passengers from one major hub to another, say London to Los Angeles. We're talking about the bums on seats formula that worked so well for the Jumbo, and then some. But the 2 full decks with all their extra weight means it needs colossal wings, a stonking 80 meters wide. Each wing is the length of 2 tennis courts. And getting this 500-ton beast into the air is going to take the most powerful aero engines ever built.
And this is the Trent 900, which is going to power the Airbus A380. It's the biggest front fan engine in the world. In fact, it's so big, it's bigger than the fuselage of the 757 that I fly. It's so powerful that one of these can power, and indeed does power, the entire Rolls-Royce plant here of 10,000 people. And I'm going to give it a jump start. Oh! Ah! What makes this engine so special and so efficient is the fact that it's got a very high bypass ratio, 9:1. What that means is that for every one chunk of air that goes through the middle of the engine and gets chucked out the back as hot gases, 9 parts go straight the way through, from the front fan right out the back as thrust, almost like a big propeller. In fact, it swallows a squash-court load of air every second. That's like the whole population of Belgium breaking wind all at once.
If engines are critical to fuel efficiency, then so is saving weight. And Airbus have pioneered the use of lightweight materials like carbon fibre composites. But in the battle to cut down costs, Boeing have decided to outdo them. The 787, Boeing's new lean machine, will be the first passenger jet to comprise more than 50% composites, the first to have composite wings and fuselage. Besides increasing fuel efficiency, composites are allowing Boeing's interior specialist, Klaus Brauer, to design a revolutionary passenger cabin.
So this 787, how's it different? What's in this for me as a passenger that I don't see apart from seats and things like that?
Well, the cabin environment in the 787 will be dramatically better than any other airplane. The air will be more humid.
Yeah.
The air will be at a lower cabin altitude.
So that means I can breathe easier.
That's right. There will be more oxygen in each breath you take.
Aha!
More pressure inside the cabin. We found that moving from the maximum cabin altitude you have today of 8,000 feet down to that we'll use in the 787, 6,000 feet.
Yeah.
We saw a 7-fold reduction in the number of passengers reporting headaches.
7-fold?
7-fold.
You've got this benefit. Why haven't you been able to do it up till now in a regular passenger aeroplane? Why now on the 787?
Because the airplanes that fly at the moment are made of aluminum. And each time they are pressurized, the aluminum expands a bit, and when they're depressurized, it contracts a bit. And each of those cycles causes the fuselage to slowly fatigue. This fuselage is made of carbon fiber, and it simply does not fatigue in the same way.
That's great.
It was really a great day when we chose to build the airplane out of carbon fiber composite.